because I think we all appreciated, delegates included, that we were witnessing something historic. I checked with some people that I know over in Rome, and we're reasonably sure that no other delegation to the Vatican has ever had the attention that this particular delegation did receive from the Holy Father. To receive a total of 5 hours in the space of a week is unprecedented and really unheard of. And it is probably one of the strongest signals of how seriously the Pope takes this. And 4 of those 5 hours, I can tell you, were listening on his part. It was quite extraordinary. They each came into his office. It was in the office, the same office where you'll see often the Pope seated across the table from a head of state. It was in that same room, so already we see that he was elevating the significance of this just by the very place where the meeting occurred. They came in, he put them immediately at ease, took their seats, and then they just spoke. And the Pope just listened, and he listened very, very deeply. And as I was watching this, and especially watching the delegates, I could see that they were coming into the room, coming into this encounter with the Pope, aware that they had been entrusted with a heavy responsibility by their own people to share with the Pope what they felt they needed to say. They spoke in their own name, they spoke in the name of their people. It was very forthright, very truthful, very respectful, very gracious throughout. And as I chatted with delegates off and on through the week, one of the things that they continually kept saying to me was how clear it was to them that the Pope was listening. I, together with many other bishops and priests, together with many other Catholics, are heartbroken at what took place. And even though we weren't personally responsible, we still have received this legacy of pain and of shame. And I don't think one can help feeling that somehow sharing in that guilt and the heartache and the heartbrokenness. Many Catholics would say the same thing. And so we realize that today we do have a responsibility, even though we may not have been personally involved. How do we help in the healing? How do we help move forward? At the same time, we need to keep in mind that the whole faith of the Church cannot be judged by people who were not living it. All right? So if you're abusing people in whatever way that might be, if you are belittling their culture, if you are denying their heritage, that's contrary to the gospel of Jesus Christ. And the Pope was very, very clear on that. So we can't judge the whole in that sense by the horrible actions of a few. And it's on that basis that we continue to keep in mind that the gospel is good. The Church exists for good. We want to be serving. We want to be reconciling. We want to be healing. And even as we feel that shame and pain, and we do, and the Pope himself said it very strongly. He says, I feel indignation and shame at what took place. But we keep in mind the overarching view of what the Church is, what the Lord calls us to be, and move forward on that basis.